Hey, what's going on? My name is Ola. We're here to talk about how to start a house flipping business. We want to talk about house flipping business, and I want to help you, give you an idea towards the direction of making ten to $20,000 per deal per month, and be able to close as many deals as you want per month. Obviously, that's going to take some growth, but we can start from your first deal. Okay. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to commit to closing your first deal. Because if you close your first deal, then I can rest assured that you're going to be fine with the rest of subsequent deals after that. All right. But today, I'm going to give you some pointers. I'm going to give you some information, so I want you to take some notes on how to start a house flipping business. So there's a very high chance that you already encountered some information online about this. You've heard a friend talk about flipping houses for a profit. I was just like you once upon a time, and it was 2004, 4 and 5 when I stumbled across this beautiful business model. And I'm going to tell you my story, but I'm not going to digress too much because I want to get to the straight to the point of the reason why you're here, which is to learn how to start flipping, to learn how to start a house flipping business. Okay. But in the meanwhile, I want to share with you that I do have a free book at myempirepro.com that would detail this whole process for you. We'll give you access to more information on how to do this systematically. Okay, so you can see at the bottom of the page right there, free book, myempirepro.com. You want to make sure you have access to that right now or later on. Maybe you can open a different browser. You can go ahead and get access to that. Okay, so now with that being said, please, if you like anything I say, just give me a thumbs up, okay? Right now or later, at least once during this session, give me a thumbs up and share this video with your friends, and people that you think will really value this information. If you can think of anyone, just click the share button and share to your social media wall, and the right people will find it attractive by themselves. All right, so with that being said, let's dive in and let's get straight to the point. The first thing you want to do, um is let me just share the screen real quick. The first one is you want to educate yourself. Okay, you want to educate yourself, and but I also want you to understand that education really never stop. Okay, but at least you want to have a good idea of how the business structure work. What's the workflow? What's the typical workflow in flipping houses? Okay, in a house flipping business, what is the typical workflow? So from, for example, from finding motivated sellers, you're supposed to find motivated sellers, and then all the way to selling that deal to an investor, to a buyer, or fixing and flipping before you sell it. That's essentially what house flipping is. Okay, but that's essentially also the workflow. Now in between that workflow, there are many versions of of the workflow. There are different things, like for example, finding a motivated seller, you have to identify the deal, you have to visit the person, make an appointment. You also have to learn how to talk to people and things like that. There's some other many things like that you learn as you go. But the first thing I want you to understand is that the first step, honestly, to starting a house flipping business is to educate yourself. Now, I'm not talking about formal education. There are tons of courses out here. Some of them cost $100. Some of them cost 25,000, $40,000. It depends on how much involved you want some type of mentor or a program to be. By the end of the day, no matter what you pay for any program to educate yourself in this business is absolutely worth it, because it will pay for itself, on one condition: if you never quit on yourself. Okay, so that's the first step that I want you to take note of. Now, I want to tell you a story. When I got started back in 2004, I ended up in a course. Okay, after taking a couple of courses, I ended up in a course where I ended up spending $3,000 on a program, and that $3,000 I spent, I actually borrowed the money from a friend. I borrowed a credit card from a friend, and I remember vividly like it was yesterday, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, in exchange for you becoming my partner, can you allow me to use your credit card?" And I used it. We said it was going to be my partner, but he never worked with me. But that's understandable. But I had to pay the money back a few months later. But that $3,000 course, there was only one tip that I got out of it, and that's essentially the next step I'm going to share with you. There's that one tip that I remember. Don't let me say that I got out of it, because honestly, when you buy a course, your attention span is kind of a little bit all over the place, and you're looking for results. You heard all these testimonials, you're jumping from one thing to another. another. There's multiple strategies in the course. You're probably overanalyzing, therefore getting paralyzed, And I was doing all of that, but there was one tip that really, really stood out, and that was to join a local REIA, a local real estate investment association. You need to join one, okay? They typically cost about, I don't know, 150, $200 a year, something like that, $100 a year, whatever it costs, you need to join. If you can't afford to join, you can probably pay $10 for every monthly meeting that they attend, and you can join, and you can still go there for quite a few reasons. Okay, number one is that you want to network. Okay, when you network with everybody else, you also get to pick people's brain. And some of the biggest tips that you're going to get out of this business is going to come from when you meet people one on one, and you ask them questions, and they're teaching something in the front, but they say some things that you can ask them face to face. There's just a different level of energy when it comes to how much you get out of that. Okay, so because of that, I'm going to tell you that you need to join a local real estate investment association. So when I got that tip back then, I joined a club back then here in New Jersey called the Garden State REA, GS REA they called it. And from there, the very reason why I told you to join one happened to me like almost instantly. So there was a gentleman that was selling a course called it was a short sale course on how to do short sale, how to flip short sales, pre foreclosures, and things like that. And I purchased the course. It was $300. I'm not telling you that you will have to pay $300 when you get there. I'm just saying that's what happened to me. I was willing to invest in myself because that's the number one investment you can make in this world. The best investment you can make in this world is not in your home, in your primary residence, it's in yourself. And that's what I was willing to do at the age of 23, 24, 25. And it's has paid off tremendously since then. Okay. So I joined, and then as I was there, I met a gentleman. His name is Bob. He was one of my mentors back then. Even up to today, honestly, if I have any complicated real estate question, Bob is one person I can call that we can rub minds together and come up with a solution. He was my mortgage banker, still my mortgage banker till today, and he introduced me to a gentleman who would end up being my mentor for the next for my first four deals. Okay, for my first four leads that I generated, in which case he partnered with me, helped me close the deals. We made money together. Okay, four deals, and none of them paid me less than $10,000, $15,000. Okay, on each one of them. But before I even closed the first of the four, I had closed one by myself because it was a straight flip and there was no need for short sale. So that happened to be my first deal that I closed back in December 2005. What is the moral of the story there for you? Okay, I joined a REA, okay, and I met this gentleman that were not necessarily selling courses, okay, and people are typically willing to share what they know, especially if you're coming from a standpoint of value added to them. You're bringing partnership to the table. They're mentoring. You can ask them to tell you about how things are going. They're happy to share that with you because remember, this is equals to 10, 15, $20,000 in their pocket. Okay, so yes, for me as well too, but without you those leads will not come to their table. So you will find a lot of people, a lot of gurus in the game, they use the newbies to generate leads. Okay, because the truth of the matter is a lot of people are sending letters out and never closing those deals. So the best way to really throw some value in there is, yeah, all these newbies are sending letters, help them close the deal, help them, they help you close those deals, you learn, and you split money and you make money together. Okay, so you notice a lot of people doing that. It's a fantastic thing to do. Okay, so how are you going to find the people in your local area to do that? Okay, again, all you need to do is go find your local REA, and a great resource to find your local REA is to go to meetup.com. Meetup.com. If you go to meetup.com, all you have to do is put in your zip code. All right, you put in your zip code, and you take everything from there. Let me see here. You go to here, meetup.com. All right. You go to meetup.com, you put a zip code. Sometimes it recognizes where you are already. Like this one does not recognize where I'm at because I'm not in New Jersey right now. I'm in Rahway. Okay. And you can simply say real estate, start typing in real estate here. Just use the search button. Okay. And it says within 10 miles. So like for example, right now I'm in a place called Fairlawn, Ohio. All right. That's what I'm going to put. And it says real estate, and I can see Summit Real Estate Partners, right? Well, okay, this one is wrong. Okay. Let me press real estate. Okay, enter. Okay, so I just pressed enter again. Let's see here. All right, so it's still recognizing me as New Jersey. I don't know why, but if you put yours in properly, it will search. Okay, it will search for all the real estate in your local area. Okay, okay, I said 10 miles. That's why I'm gonna say 100 miles and see if there's something else that comes up. Okay, there you go. Central Ohio Real Estate Entrepreneurs Association, right? I'm a member of this. I think that's why it's still popping up. Here's another one, Columbus, Ohio, right? So depends on where you are. Depend, hopefully you find something close to you. This is Cleveland. I'm very close to Cleveland. How to profit with lease options. You see that? So you see some people, and you just want to find one with a very healthy size, all right, and join it, okay? And I would maybe your area is still very new to this. You never know. Maybe that's why this one says 89 investors going. Okay, these are the ones coming up. These are the events coming up. So these are not necessarily the member ones. So these 9 members are going to this one. Okay. So if I click on that, right, this is Cleveland now, right? And you can see 584 members. Okay. So that's a great way to find a local real estate investment association or a club. Okay. We call them the REIA. Okay. All right. So let's see. What is the next thing that we want to do here? Next thing you want to do is you want to start building your list of buyers. Okay, start building list building for buyers. Okay, it's going to be the fastest way for you to get to your first deal. Okay, because the one thing that everyone in the business does not have enough of, including the gurus, are buyers. Okay, that's the one thing that everybody does not have enough of, including some of the biggest gurus. They have properties, they're picking up properties all the time, but they can always use more buyers. And I always tell people money comes from where? Money comes from buyers. Money does not come from sellers. Okay, the houses, distressed homeowners, distressed real estate, motivated sellers. Yeah, the deals kind of come from that area, but the actual money that you're going to get paid with comes from the buyers, come from the buyer's credit or cash or whatever they're using to finance the deal. Okay. So if you want to make money very fast and you want to make money consistently long term in this game, then you need to start building a list of buyers. Okay. And that's something that we can definitely help you with here to teach you how to build your list of buyers. The best way to build your list of buyers online is by using digital marketing. Okay. And by building a list. Now, to build your list of buyers, you have to give some value out to the marketplace. Okay. You need to learn how to put value out into the marketplace. So let me explain how that works. Okay. Buyers essentially not walking around town saying I'm a buyer. They don't do that. Okay. They are potential buyers. Okay. And the way I like to put them on my list is I educate them. Okay. I use a formula called the ILDT. I invest time in learning. That's the second letter L. I invest time and possibly money in learning everything I can learn about what a buyer would want to know before they buy, right? I teach it, okay? I teach it on a separate channel from this where I teach people that want to become real estate investors and buyers. I teach that, okay? But I also do it too, okay? But I don't necessarily have to do it. I just need to know it and then teach it. ILT, D as in do, teach. But the professors in your colleges, they mostly just teach. They don't do, they teach. So it's all about the knowledge and the information. Honestly, if you can get information that people will need, they will find useful, find valuable, and you can get it out to them into the marketplace, they will be willing to give you more information about themselves because they want you to send them more information. And that's when you build your list. So when you have that list, you can turn around and connect those individuals to the deals in the marketplace, to the discounted houses, to the wholesale houses. And they don't have to be the one that you created. They don't have to be the deals that you came up with. It could be the deals of people in the local real estate association club. It could be the deals of the gurus, right? As long as somebody wants to sell a deal, you connect the buyer together and you make joint venture partnership money like that all day long. And if you want, you can actually get a license and make realtor money, commissions just like that. And when you do that, you create multiple channels of income for your business. Now, some people are going to frown at that and say, hey, no, I just want to make the $20,000, $30,000 from flipping deals. Well, you're missing the point, because honestly, the king in this game is cash flow. Okay, you're going to make those big deals, but also you want the little ones coming in 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, 50 grand, 80 grand, and you want them all coming in, okay? And the way you're gonna have more of the bigger one coming in is to stay busy bringing in a lot of those 3, 4, 5 grands, okay? So when you build a list of buyers allow you to be able to collaborate with others without necessarily having to spend money on direct mailing or cold calling. You could just be the person to teach and consult with potential buyers and bring them to the table for the marketplace. And you're going to save a lot of money doing that, because marketing the other way around costs money, okay? And that's the next step here that I want to share with you, which is essentially is to start marketing, okay? So after you start building your list of buyers, by the way, that's perpetually, you have to keep building your list of buyers, okay? Because these people are essentially your subscribers and they trust you. You're building a tribe of people that can potentially invest in real estate or refer people to you, and you create income that way. The next thing is to start marketing for distressed properties, okay? You need to find motivated sellers. All right, so your two activities that you need to focus on is essentially finding motivated sellers. There's a ton of them on the website redx, which is the one you're looking at on the screen. Just go to myempirepro.com/redx, okay? And there's a ton of potential motivated sellers on there. All you have to do is market to them. So after you start building listing and you close your first deal in collaboration with somebody else that's already in the game, you can take some of that money and start marketing direct mail, okay? And direct mail, if you make 10 grand, that should be able to cover the next 1 year of direct mailing. That will bring in even more deals, okay? You reinvest that money back into the market, and then your pipeline will always be full. That's essentially how to start a house flipping business. How to start specifically is to educate yourself, and part of that education continues into when you join a local real estate investment association or a club, okay? So that's what I have for you today, really quickly, because this will be a second session today. So I'm going to keep it quick and simple, and hopefully you gain something from that. Now, if you really want to dive a little deeper into list building, which comes before starting to marketing, I want to teach you how to use internet marketing, digital marketing, to build your list of buyers. And that's what I cover heavily on the book Empire Lifestyle Secrets. Okay, this book right here, Empire Lifestyle Secrets. So you get it absolutely for free. Just go to myempirepro.com, and once you get it, you will automatically be connected to this free 7 days video course as well, that teach you how to run your business like a smart business empire. Okay, so the name of the course right there, Smart Business Empire. So you get access to that as well too. So that's what I have for you on this particular episode. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to share it, just click on the share button and share it to your social media wall. Your contribution, your questions, you can drop it in the comment box below. Do one of those, please do one of those, because it helps us out. But hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and I will see you on the next one, and peace.